And welcome back to What If Radditz and Goku Had Gone to Earth Together Part 2. Last time in the Dragon Ball Z What If, or Dragon Ball at least at this point in time, Goku and Radz landed on Earth. We'd already gone through Part 1 where they basically had found an actual home with Gohan. Radz, being the older one, was a little suspicious, but he still came to trust Gohan and actually saw and respect him as a fighter and as an individual. Goku likewise had not just a grandfather figure, or father figure in this case, but his older brother as well. So Goku was able to grow up a bit more intelligent. Like, he's no genius. He'll never be a genius, but he's not unaware of the world. He knows what a woman is. He knows what, like, cars and stuff are. He's also a lot stronger than he was. I put him right now about I believe his second Budokai. Basically when he fought Tien, around that power level, which around is about 180, I believe that's what his power level was. With Radditz on the likewise being I was gonna say much stronger, but he actually isn't his Dragon Ball Z strength level right now because because one of the things I think that gave him at least that much power was the fact he was getting Major Zenkais, fighting and conquering planets and stuff like that. Here, that's not the case. He still gets Zenkai, sure, but just nothing as severe. That said, and I'll admit, I can't remember where I had his power last time. I believe I put him somewhere in like the 400 range. He is very much stronger than, I'll say 450. I think that's where I had him. He's very much now stronger than Gohan, though Gohan got a little stronger too, thanks to training with Radz. But anyway, should note also that Goku and him don't know how to control Uzaru yet. Gohan is basically said, discipline might help, and Radz has considered it. But they can't control Uzaru yet. But they know about their 8 form, and they just try to not look at the moon when it's out. And they know how to fly, thanks to Radz teaching Goku. With that said, we now get back to the story where they are floating in the mid-air, holding giant fish for fishing, while Bulma is staring up slack-jawed in amazement. It's like, they're floating! It's like, Woman, are you crazy? You nearly ran us over. He's like, yeah, what's the big deal? It's like, how are you guys floating right now? Well, Bulma's never seen this. Like, what do you, and Brad's just like, oh, that's right. I doubt most beings on this planet could do that. Kakarot, let's go down and greet the woman, shall we? Like, yeah, sure, whatever. Should know, Goku's probably not much taller than he was in this, because let's be honest, Goku, Bulma jokes, that's probably where you're shrinking. You haven't been eating right. It's like, no, Goku ate perfectly fine. If anything, coffee might have stunted his growth if you'd given it to him. It's like, perhaps we're a little hasty. You should really watch where you're going, though. Had we not jumped out of the way, you could have bumped us on the head pretty hard there. Wait, bumped you on the head? It's a car. And Goku and Rad's like, yes, we have eyes. We can see. There's like, what the hell? But you can fly. What are you doing all the way out here anyway? We don't get many visitors that come out this way. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking for something. And Kakarot's just like, anything we can do to help? It's like, well, I mean, no, I doubt it. Unless you know where I can find something like this. And she shows off a Dragon Ball. It's like, isn't that what Gohan has? Doesn't Gohan have one of those? Yeah, I think he does. Like, wait, you've seen one of these before? Yes, the man who, yes, our caretaker. And I guess that's the best way to put it. Our caretaker, our caregiver, has one of them. Come along. We can show you the way. Just be a bit more careful. Now, I could have easily made it like, why should we show you? Tried to run us over. But Rad's smart enough. It's an accident. It was an accident. She wasn't paying attention, and they can fly, so no one was hurt. Meanwhile, they get back, and Gohan's just there, sweeping up. Like, oh, Radditz, Kakarot, you're home. Oh, I see I brought a new friend. Who's this? My Bulma, sir. It's like, this is Gohan. He's a martial artist of great renown and skill. Gohan, this woman apparently has something has something she'd like to ask you. It's like, yes, sir. They told me you might have a Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball? I'm not quite certain what that would be. Yeah, it's no indication that Grandpa Gohan knew what the Dragon Ball was, because he never told Goku. So, yeah, I don't think he knows what the Dragon Ball is. But it's like, oh, what are these? It's like, oh, yes, yo, looks like yours has. I honestly can't remember which stars yet. I think one of them was the 2. I'll say 2. Oh, yours has 2. Mine has 4. The 4-star balls. Like, can I see it? Like, no, absolutely. You know, he goes, it's like, oh, could I? I mean, could I have it, please? Please, like, oh, I mean, I've had this drinking for a while. It's brought me some good luck. Brought me these boys here and a nice, peaceful life. I don't know. That being said, it is just a trinket. Can't say I would really be hurt without hurt if I lost it per se. But what do you want it for? And Bulma's like, she just doesn't want to tell him. But at the same time, like, look, it's like this. It's like and she kind of explains the whole idea of the Dragon Balls. And Radditz and Goku is like, really? Like, any wish we could get? And like Radditz and Goku are nothing. He's like, what if we got that? What could we wish for? I mean, Kakarot, and I'm doing the best. I'm actually think I'm doing pretty well. Actually, referring to him as Kakarot, not Goku. Kakarot, I think, is a bit more longing for his people in this than he was ever as Goku in the series, because he has Raditz there to remind him of like his people and things along those lines. So it's not unreasonable to think that he might be longing for his mother or his father, who we never got to meet. Reds, likewise, like, we could restore the Saiyan race this way. We could overthrow Frieza once and for all. And these Dragon Balls. Sorry, I was looking at my computer. Extremely, the possibilities. But only one wish. We'd have to be careful with it. And so, Kakarot and Goku, Kakarot and Raditz are just looking and say, we would like, Bulma, was it? We would like to join you on, if it's okay, we would like to join you. We've seen many places nearby, villages, towns. We haven't really seen the world. We would like to join you on this on this quest of yours, aid in the Dragon Balls. Tell me what is really? I mean, well, you guys seem pretty tough, and 2 guys who can fly would be pretty useful. All right, why not? You can come along. Besides, not every day I get a cute hunk of a guy who gets to chauffeur me around. Now, keep in mind, Bulma's 16. Radditz is in his mid-20s. Now, in Dragon Ball Z, when I've paired them up before, they're already both adults, so there's nothing creepy about that. Radditz, I'll be honest, I don't know what the age limit for Saiyans is in the Saiyan culture, so I'm not trying to get creepy. I legitimately don't know, because we know the age of consent differs in just different countries. What is it like in the for the sake of not getting creepy, Radditz is not really interested in her, just because he can tell she's a little on the young side. She's a brat. You can tell too, she is a bit bratty too. Like, Bulma mellowed out quite a bit as she got older, but she was a horny teenager, a horny, selfish teenager to boot in Dragon Ball. It's like, right, a big, strong bodyguard, like Kakarot here. Kakarot Goku on the other hand is about about 4 years younger than her. It's like, yeah, sure, right, whatever. And it's like, he's playing hard to get, huh? I'll get him. And so they Goku, Kakarot, and Radditz both bid farewell to Goku. Like, you've done much for us. Hopefully we'll be able to return and tell you about our adventure. I look forward to that, Radditz. Kakarot, you two take care of each other. You no matter what, you two are family. All we really have in this world is each other. If we can take care of each other, we can make it through anything. Kakarot gives a nod. Actually, Rads gives him, gives him a firm handshake. Not like just a handshake, but like that clasping by there. It's like thank you, thank you for everything. Go on. And Kakarot actually gives him a bit more of a. I was like, all right, I'll be back soon, Grandpa. It's like, of course. And Rads is a bit more, definitely in a more of adult, but even he sees this man kind of like as not adopted father per se, but definitely a grandfather. Like, he's grown very fond of this man, and the guys taught him a lot. Like, Radditz wasn't much of a fighter. I mean, he could take on Goku and Piccolo because he was that much more powerful, not because he was a skilled fighter. Goku and Piccolo were clearly more skilled than he was. But now both him and Goku are much more skilled martial artists because they've had Gohan there to train them for extensive period of time. So you get on the journey, yeah. And I mean, they're riding in a car with Bulma. Let's be clear about that too. They make camp, obviously, and Goku and Kakarot and Raditz, they get a bath. They don't normally get a bath, but Raditz does remember baths, so they both take a bath. And Bulma, as Kakarot gets out, Raditz lingers a bit longer. It's like Bulma's like she's just like trying to get ready to say, "Oh, Radditz, are you almost done in there?" It's like, "Yes, I'll be out in a moment." Well, Bulma, in a moment. Bulma, yes, Bulma. It's like, yeah, maybe I'll just and he can sense the screen, like the door open. He's like, "Oh, she's not really going to try," and he can briefly see a silhouette. Like, "Oh, she's going to try it. Oh, darn." It's like, you need someone to wash your back, Radditz. Then she can see that the window's open, and somehow he got out. It's like, "Well, looks like I'll be out of trying." It's like, she just kind of huffs and goes away. They eat dinner. Goku doesn't like the food that much, so he goes out and kills the wolf and the centipede. And Raditz admittedly is like, well, so like, it wasn't a bad dinner. I think I'll help Kakarot finish off that wolf though. I think I like how that was. Like, I caught a wolf in a centipede for flavor. I mean, it is just protein, so take that for what it's worth. So that now you don't get the Goku, taking out Bulma's panties or anything like that. That just doesn't happen. Goku and Raditz are both, or Kakarot and Raditz are both, very comfortable just sleeping peacefully. Cut to the next day where, they go save Turtle. I think it's Kakarot that saves Turtle, not Radditz. Turtle goes like, oh, thank you. My Gohan and her Turtle son almost say, "Oh, thank you." So, he goes off, brings Roshi. I am Mucha and Roshi. Come to me, immortal Phoenix. There was the incident with the teeny birds. Oh, that's right. We lost the poor fella. The immortal Phoenix died? Well, let's see. Oh, I know. Come to me, Flying Nimbus. And then Flying Nimbus comes out. This is interesting because Goku can fly, but admittedly, it saves energy. It's like, well, I mean, I got already fuzzy. Really? You didn't by chance trade in the crane style, did you? He's just wondering, like, crane style? We've never heard of the crane style. We've trained with a individual known as Gohan. We trained with an old man named Gohan. He took care of us and mentored us. Gohan. Gohan. Oh, Gohan. My old student. My Roshi just went out. Gohan. No. Master Roshi, come to me, immortal Phoenix. I can't get my Roshi just fell out. Normally I can do a good Roshi, but my Roshi just tuned out. Roshi. Oh, Gohan. Oh, yeah. He's my... I trained. I happen to have been the one who trained Gohan. Like, you're Roshi. I thought I recognized your name. Oh, I see that my reputation precedes me. Of course, absolutely. It's an honor to meet the master of our master. Now, keep in mind, at Roshi's full power in this series, he actually could beat Radditz. Actually, very easily, he could beat Radditz. Because his full power, mind you, is that buff form he can only handle for a few moments at a time. And he could hold it for longer once we got to Super. But yeah, in Dragon Ball, he can't hold that form very long. He's able to blow up a moon or fire a mountain, but that's about it. Sorry, just in myself. Got the cracks in my body. And so, obviously, then Bulma asks for the Dragon Ball, shows the panties, and he's like, yeah! Which, by the way, Roshi just kicked a gander at an underage girl's vagina, so have fun with the FBI. FBI! But in this case, it was her panties. And ultimately, they go on their way, and, you sure you don't want to come along? It's like, and Raditz tries to get on, Raditz gets, seriously? Like, how are you able to ride that thing, Kakarot? And yes, I do think Goku's still pure heart in this, in terms of how, he is. Yeah, he's a bit more. He's more intelligent. He's got Radz as a brother, but he's definitely more pure-hearted. Radz though isn't, even though he's generally a good guy in this. I mean, Bulma's a good person too, but Bulma couldn't ride it. So, they fly off and they have to deal with the whole Oolong thing. And I think that's taken care of extremely quicker, where he shows up and, honestly, Radditz. Now Goku and Radz, I don't think can sense power levels at this point. Like they don't have their scouters or anything like that. Hell, we had a character like Frieza who was powerful enough who had a documented power level of 120 million, who could not sense power levels. So that's something you can gain later on through training and practice. I don't feel like there's any indication that they would have that ability at this time. Rad's possibly more likely, but still, I don't think so. So basically they take care of Oolong real quick, but Oolong does agree to, give it. All right, I'll go. And, he goes along with them. So then you get the interaction with Yamcha. Both of them would be hungry, but both of them would be weakened too. At the same time, though, even a weakened Goku or Radz at this point would far surpass Yamcha at this point in the series for him. So when Yamcha comes, even though they're hungry, Radz, I think, is the one who gets involved here. And again, now Bulma sees Yamcha like, so the crush now goes more towards Yamcha. She was a bit fickle, let's be honest. I think we wouldn't be surprised to know that she was a bit fickle. So they go toe to toe. Yamcha gets put into the ground, basically. And they head off. And while Yamcha, I think, does try to go and take them on again, I think the same thing happens. Then you get the incident with Boss Carrot, except this time Goku, Bulma gets turned into the carrot, except Goku and Radz are both like, yeah, no. Should know Goku does have the power pole here. So he's just like, yeah, no. They both can do energy blasts too, so they're basically just, in fact, there's no reason to say that Goku and Radz can't do the Kamehameha. I just realized that. Goku and Radz probably can do the Kamehameha. Because, Gohan knew it, and he probably tried to teach to it, and because we know Goku picked it up so fast, makes sense, over 10 years, yeah, they pick it up. So they both have the Kamehameha, and, they basically put Boss Carrot into his place, no problem. Then you had the Fire Mountain incident, and I think that would actually be pretty interesting. Because we know they know it. But the Oxane apparently actually has a documented power level of 900. Where were you when Radz actually came to Earth helping? Anyway. So they both hit the Oxane. They're both like, Raditz's blow is a bit more noticeable, certainly. But it's what is this about? I am the Ox King of Fire Mountain. You mean Master Roshi? That's my old unbeatable master. So they go and get Roshi, and he does the Kamehameha, blows out the mountain. It's like, of course, that's what Gohan learned that technique. Oh, I see. Gohan showed you the technique. He showed it to us, and we learned. He taught us the technique. He's like, wait, he taught you the technique? It's like, yeah, we can do it. As an example, let's say the fire suddenly kind of starts to spring back up. Kamehameha. Now, it won't be as strong as Roshi's. Keep that in mind. Roshi's, in his buff state, is still more powerful than they are. It's because it's implied that his power is like in the thousands, like low thousands in Dragon Ball, or at least high hundreds. Because he can destroy a planet. He can destroy a moon. The question is, what's the lowest level power level of a character we've seen destroy a moon? That's actually a good question. Or like a planetoid. That is a really good question. What is the lowest power level of a character we've seen destroy? We know Nappa was capable of destroying a planet if he had to, because we know Vegeta could do it with just his finger. But we know Roshi had to have been much weaker than Nappa. Because if he was like 4,000 in his buff state, he could have taken King Piccolo out no problem whatsoever. The The question is, was Radditz capable of... We don't know, honestly, if Radditz was capable of blowing up a planet. We actually just don't know that. We assume so, but we actually don't know if something of that power level area is capable of doing that. So, my conservative guess would be low thousands for Roshi in his buff form. That's why, in fact, it makes sense because he's stronger than the Ox King, whose power level is actually documented at 900. So it does make sense that his power level would be above that. Anyway, so the neighbors say Andrew's like, my word. So they go off and, do their thing. And I think we'll actually leave it there where they have to go take on Emperor Pilaf. I think that's a reasonable place to leave it. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know the review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superior, Magic, what if, anything you do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. Hit that bell if you want notifications. And I will see you folks tomorrow for Pokemon video. What do I got tomorrow? Pokemon video. Death Battle tournament. And if I feel interested in doing something else, I'll do something else. So until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.